Hello people, I'm Sky Demolisher and welcome back to Chapter 3 or Part 3 of our Let's Play of Transformers War for Cybertron. This episode will be Iacon Destroyed, and as voted by you guys out there, we'll be playing as Soundwave. At the end of this, I'll go through who we can play in the next chapter, and you'll be able to pick that on Facebook or Twitter. The links will be below.
Hungry for more power, Megatron plans to corrupt the very core of Cybertron itself with Dark Energon. But to do so, he must first find the Omega Key, which will unlock the gateway to the core. Megatron launches a full-scale assault on Iacon, capital city of the Autobots, where the key is protected by Zeta Prime, leader of the Autobots.
Starscream, continue forward and meet Zeta Prime's armies on the front line.
Have no fear, Lord Megatron. Under my leadership, Decepticon victory is assured.
Do not fail me.
Why aren't we joining the main battle, Megatron?
While Starscream attacks Zeta Prime's armies head-on, we shall move behind enemy lines and obtain the Omega Key.
The Omega what?
The Omega Key grants access to the core of Cybertron.
Once I have access to the core, I will infuse it with Dark Energon and subject the entire planet's energy supply to my will.
Decepticon intruders! They're inside the city! Autobots attacking! Hey, wasn't Starscream supposed to keep these guys occupied?
Even the Autobots aren't foolish enough to leave the Skeleton. Destroy them!
I mean, it's pretty much assured that Starscream wasn't going to do what he said he would, and still has that arrogance of if I was in charge, we wouldn't be in this predicament. Something tells me that guy's behind a shield. Yep.
Serves better than that.
And hopefully this works well for you guys. I've adjusted the sound levels from the previous episodes, so that way you can sort of feel a bit more maybe immersed in the game. I figured some people might like to sort of see Soundwave transform, considering in the first series he's debatable as to exactly what he is to begin with. I would say that he actually had the ability to infiltrate properly, so he's not just like, I transform into a lamppost. I'm pretty sure he would have been able to change his form as required, so that he could do his spying stuff. But I'm pretty sure that when Teletran 1 rebuilt him on Earth, he ends up fused into the single alt mode, which was boombox back then, which is completely irrelevant for now. Oh, Cluckers.
They're all around us!
Return fire! Destroy anything that moves!
They might remember from the, I think it was the previous episode, cloakers give off that shimmer, and then their weapons will glow as they power up. with Soundwave you can actually somewhat cut down the issue with them, because his special ability is to put out a sentry turret, and while that can cloak itself, it should also pick up any cloaked robots. They happen to be in the vicinity. I'm guessing there's at least one more there then. Yes. Murphy's Law, isn't it? Oh yeah, there he goes. Roll to me of my kill.
Megatron! The Dark Energon is proving every bit as formidable as you predicted. The Autobot armies crumble before it.
Excellent, Starscream. Continue engaging them so that I can acquire the Omega Key.
There's something off about that Starscream guy, Megatron. I don't trust him.
Oh, I trust Starscream about as far as I can blast him. But he shows a rare cunning that I find intriguing.
All done at school! Return to Houston!
Operation order carried out.
Jeez, my shooting seems to be really off today. Thanks. I wish I felt the same way.
Energon storms rerouting to weapons.
That worked a bit better towards the end, didn't it? Yeah. I'm glad that they used the similar voice for Soundwave though. I mean, in Prime, you know, like, he didn't talk at all, really. And, oh, I haven't lost all that much health. Yeah, in Prime, I think he only spoke one time. And that was to deliver the exact same line he says to the Constructicons. Well, virtually the same line, I should say. It's not exactly the same. The Soundwave superior, Constructicons inferior line. I won't do it because obviously I don't have a voice modulator myself to adjust adjust the voice to make it sound like it should, but you know, it was followed by that no one would follow an uncharismatic bore like you, and then Rumble and Frenzy jump out with the what was it? Nobody calls Soundwave uncharismatic, or nobody calls Soundwave uncharismatic. Yeah, let's kick Tailgate. I was like, well, there probably is a Transformer named Tailgate. Who I imagine would be Australian. I don't know why. Just sounds like it would be an Australian, right? And he'd be all sitting there and Astro Trainer being like, oh, Struth, mate. What did I do?
Initiating defense grid.
Megatron, those batteries feed the security grid.
Quickly, Infuse the batteries with Dark Energon.
I mean, it was a good film, the old 80s. I think it was 86 film. It's a good film. Traumatised a hell of a lot of people though, because, you know, they weren't expecting,
Security measures deactivated.
they certainly weren't expecting it to be like it was, and, I mean, you know, it gets very brutal very quick. I think in like the first 5 minutes, we watch, was it 4 Autobots get brutally murdered? And then of course there's like an issue with the animation because Ironhide and Ratchet swap places. Too busy focusing on one thing, I completely forget there's a bunch of turrets up there.
Our data indicates that the Omega Key is located just beyond that door.
Excellent. This venture has proven far less taxing than I had anticipated.
Are you serious? I'm feeling pretty taxed myself.
Oh, overshield. That'll be handy.
The Autobots maintain these rooms.
I think this is meant to be the Stellar Galleries,
Tranquil contemplation?
which really don't get mentioned in G1 unless you read the comics.
Laze about and whine over their own inadequacies. What a waste of time and resources. Decepticons, find the Omega Key.
Wow, that is one empty container.
Megatron, I'm warning you right now. You are toying with forces beyond your understanding or control. Ah, Zeta Prime. I see you're still afraid to face me in person. Predictable as ever, right down to the empty words. The Omega Key is under my protection now, Megatron. That is hardly a deterrent. I will enjoy taking the Omega Key from your lifeless hands.
I like that in the cutscene there they actually show some of the Autobots showing up. Just at like the edges of the view. Yeah, edges of the camera. Oops. Well, whiffed that one. Of course, one of the issues with the sniper type weapons is that they're very slow to aim. Extremely powerful. But yeah, you're actually probably better to stop aiming in the close-up mode and go out to the wide view. Of course, I'm probably not helping myself here because I could have just used the sentry gun again. And that would help things a lot. But yeah, just while we're here, you have a nice little view of Cybertron, like this.
Autobots incoming.
How rude! I'm trying to give a nice geographical lecture here and you interrupt with your gigantic weapons. Oop, running out of ammo. Better swap to the other gun. There we go. This is one of those times that a stun grenade is actually quite handy. And then I'll just pinch their ion displacer.
The Commencing scan. Complete. Its origin is 12.7 cycles ahead. Scans reveal poor structural integrity.
Should be more ammo over there.
Maintenance access door.
So we'll reload.
Blast the wall!
Reload while we've got the opportunity. Because there's nothing worse than running out of ammo at inopportune times.
Megatron, the city subsystems provide a direct line to the broadcast origin.
Yeah, don't need help.
Descend here and have a care. One wrong step and you're scrapped.
Why don't we just go back to the dropship and try?
Oops. It's been a while. That wasn't meant to happen.
Megatron, the city subsystems provide a direct line to the broadcast origin.
And now I'm rolled with my big weapon. Aww. How unfair. You people never think of my emotions, of my feelings. Maybe I need a big gun to compensate for something.
Descend here and have a care. One wrong step and you're
Mind you,
Not that I'm arguing.
it's a lot easier to see what I'm
Why don't we
doing
just go back to the dropship and hitch a ride?
without a gigantic gun. Oh god. It's like riding an escalator, eh, when you're not gonna walk up it. It's just that slow, what is it, meandering? And you're like, oh my god. Why did I do this? Of course, if you're after fitness, you should just take the stairs.
Decepticon intruders! They're inside!
into the tunnel, Decepticons.
And when I was at Polytech, I used to walk up. Ooh,
Yes, Breakdown.
I didn't realise that there was another overshield up here.
Sparkling sense
I
of
shall take that.
moving before I dismantle you
Oops.
myself.
There.
I laugh at your pitiful attempts to harm me.
I used to walk up to the 6th floor at Polytech. I didn't like the idea of taking an elevator. Whoops.
Whoa, watch out!
I should have remembered that. The tripwire. I make the exact same mistake in Inquisitor Martyr. Except it's a bit harder to see what you're doing in Inquisitor Martyr. You know, you're sort of on top of the skulls that trigger the traps before you've actually sort of seen them. Or maybe that's just me. Whoops. Nope, triggered that one too. I do not make a good spy. Oh, good God. I thought I was standing on the railway tracks. That was lucky. Handy reminder to avoid them for the next segment.
Don't get hit by the train, you fool.
Oh, I'm so glad that you care enough to warn me of that.
I shall use this for the glory of Megatron.
Yeah.
It's no use, Megatron! The door's
A simple solution then. Break the locks.
Jeez. Now we're being thieves? What kind of morals are we teaching the children of tomorrow?
Fine display.
Kind of doesn't really make sense in this game though, does it?
Blow
Because I
open
mean,
that door.
it's not like Transformers have children. The closest that we've ever seen is Wheelie. And Wheelie really isn't explained. I mean, in the films there are, like, scraplets or something.
Move to that exit now.
Like larval Decepticons and stuff, which is just kind of weird.
Autobot cloakers present.
Quickly, infuse the batteries with dark energon.
Yeah. Here we go. This time, that will be a handy thing to have on. See? And it cloaks itself, which is also really handy.
I very, very rarely miss.
Excellent work, Soundwave. Now unlock the exit door.
And of course his other ability is a shield. That's gonna help, but, you know. More ammo.
Negative.
Ooh. Oh, wasn't that lucky?
You fool.
That's my Fast and the Furious moment there. And he's got a like a power ram
That station.
special ability as well
Infiltrate the
as
lower
a
levels of Iacon.
in his vehicle mode.
That's it? I was kind of having fun. In a high-speed, suicidal kind of way.
Unfortunately, it doesn't work on him. Look, he's like a ghost. Must have come from a prison transport. But then it poses a question as to how this got here. Because there's no hole in the roof. And why would you cage somebody like that right here? Oh, maybe this explains it. No? Oh, right. Energon dispenser. Well, I think that's the first time I've ever noticed that.
Omega key detected. We should proceed to the logistics station.
Excellent. The Omega key awaits.
I mean, the game's only been out for, what,
Sensors indicate approaching
8 years?
Autobot energy signatures.
Decepticons, ready your weaponry for battle.
Weapons overheated!
That pitiful Autobot must be destroyed.
All weapons cool! Keep those grenades to yourself! You drilled that one good! Watch out! Decepticons!
So I mean, that actually shows pretty good programming for the AI, doesn't it? That they'll get out of the way of the train. I mean, they haven't just made them ghosts that the train can pass through. Waiting. Now, always check both ways before you cross the road. Or the railway tracks. More so railway tracks, I think. I mean, I've been hit by 3 cars in my life. I've survived all of them. I have been hit by no trains in my life and probably wouldn't survive one.
Steady yourself, coward. I marked this area for Dark Energon bombers.
Yes, brilliant, Megatron.
No, I mean, like, even I would say that's an insane idea. I mean, maybe after your forces are out of the way.
Watch him crumble.
But not while they're in the area. I mean, like, that's just a horrible idea.
Perfect.
Excuse me.
Soon Iacon will be no more than a thick layer of rubble.
The wreckage is in our way,
Megatron,
Megatron.
delivery scans has enough to survive.
It's kind of mercy killing though, isn't it? I mean, you could just leave them to bleed out if you really wanted to.
Hey, there's Autobots
Oh,
unloading
no.
off the train.
Leave no Autobot alive.
There's one of those hideous Autobots.
One shot,
Back line.
just make it count. It didn't count. But all those ones did. Yeah, no, I don't want another photon burst. You think shooting someone in the head would kill them? No. Aw.
Those aerial bots.
They sort of remind me of Brawn. Oh, we're swinging a miss. I mean, I don't know. I don't think if I was a flyer I would pull something like that. You know, it's an enclosed space.
Train tunnel.
Move out, Decepticons.
You should always be aware of your limitations. Ooh, another overshield. And currently one of my limitations is the lack of ammunition in one of my guns. Should be more ammo around here somewhere though. Ah, speak of the deal.
Stay on the tracks if you want to get smashed to pieces.
That calculation, is it worth attempting? Might as well.
Scans reveal core structural integrity surrounding this maintenance access door.
Oh wait.
Starscream, this is Brawl. We're pinned down outside Zeta Prime's vaults. We need air support. Excellent. Brawl is already near the Omega Key.
How would you know though? You know? How can you be sure that Zeta Prime actually has the key?
Down there! Take him out!
I mean, it's not like people would just give away information for no reason.
Air!
And to think that you become a league. Reference to Bruticus there, in case you don't get it. That might... Nope. I thought that might be a bit too close for me. No. Lucky. Hulk smash! I mean, you'd think you'd warn the guy behind you. No. Just, you know, leave him to get shot in the back.
Snipers across the street!
Initiating weapon tooling! They're getting serious!
Booyah!
Megatron, the area is now clear.
Let us speak with Brawl then. I want to hear how my war is going. Waiting for your orders, Megatron. Lord Megatron! Report, Brawl. The Autobots are dug in, and our precious Air Commander won't provide support. Enough excuses. Where is Zeta Prime? He's just beyond those doors, Lord Megatron.
Oh no.
Witness the power of dark.
Someone's doing a Terminator impression.
Impossible! It will take more than a speck of dark energon to breach the armor of our vaults. Surrender now, Megatron, and I will consider sparing your life. You dare threaten me? Me? So be it, Megatron. I leave you to your own futility.
So that harkens back to Unicron, doesn't it?
Brawl! Call in the dark energon bomb!
I once thought of sparing your wretched little Cybertron. Now you shall witness his dismemberment.
Target these coordinates. Everyone else, clear the street!
Look! It's Megatron!
And the, was it? Proceed on your way to oblivion.
Trying to get us...
Bombers inbound!
Well, that was
You have to admit that those actually look quite a bit like Skyquake, don't they?
Lord Megatron,
It was like
suggestion. Disabling the entire
debatable as to where
way for our
the Predators actually sit in Transformers, whether they were G1 or G1.5 or G2. Pretty sure they were like possibly a European exclusive, although they were actually released here in New Zealand. Might as well grab some more ammo before I go.
Cooling weapons.
You never know when it's going to come in handy.
Turrets! They're gonna chop us to pieces!
You heard, Lord Megatron.
Gotta protect the anti-air guns!
Lay down cover fire while we take that.
Yeah, those are healing grenades, those ones. I must have hit something bad. Ah, here we are. Completely oblivious.
This is Safe Problem. Connectivity must be reported immediately. Decepticon.
It's a good idea to have holographic communication, isn't it?
There, the gun controls.
Nice! Takes one gun to blow up the other!
Megatron, the controls are overloading.
Move Decepticons.
This will increase my damage potential exponentially.
We'll just punch this.
That almost punched our tickets! I thought Dark Energon was on our side!
Brawl. Call in the bombers. Transmitting the coordinates.
Brawl, this is Starscream. Your request is denied. I won't have you wasting more of my ships.
I see. When did they become your ship, Starscream?
Oh, Lord Megatron. I didn't realize you were there. Air support request approved. But it will be a few cycles before the bombers can reach you. I'm afraid you'll just have to be patient.
We've got Autobot reinforcements headed our way. I shall make you pay for this, Starscream. Decepticons, hold your positions until the bombers arrive.
Probably shouldn't attach the gun then.
Ours are so ugly my octopus!
It's one less helpful thing during this time.
Initiating weapon cooling!
Snipers on the bridge, Megatron!
Termination method.
I mean, I could just drop it, but, you know, I already got it. Why should I give up something that's mine? You know? Exactly.
That's it? We beat
No.
him?
No. There's no way the Autobots would give up that easily. Agreed, Brawl. Everyone, hold fast and stay alert. We've got hostiles on the roof!
Weapons overheated!
Carried out.
Now we're out of ammo.
Firing from the windows!
How unfortunate for you. Sort of like that. It's like an Emperor Palpatine moment. Yeah. And Return of the Jedi, I mean.
Aerial bots coming in fast!
Well, certainly make short work of them, don't they?
Blast those Autobot jump heaps on the bridge!
You'll pay for that!
We're gonna get slaughtered!
Stop your whining breakdown, or I'll stop it for you! They're coming from all directions!
Megatron, they're everywhere! What do we do?
Clear the street when they arrive. Rely on that. Three, two, one!
Woohoo! Boom! Eat that, Autobots!
The street looks clear, Megatron. That should have blown the vault doors clear off. Good. Brawl. Remain here and hold this position. The rest of us will move forward and acquire the Omega Key.
Should just pinch this at the same time.
Engaging Decepticons at the Iacon Vault.
Fall back! Fall back! That guy is huge!
Split up and flank him! Use the debris for cover!
Come on! Come and get me, you oversized rust bucket!
I mean, it's actually quite a cool looking Transformer, isn't it? It's unfortunate that, as far as I'm aware, they never released any kind of figures for them. I mean, there might be third-party ones somewhere. One shall stand, one shall fall. And I guess you're the one that falls.
I did that!
Mwah.
All me!
Onward, Decepticons! Into the vaults!
Plodding along, singing a song. Not interacting with the wall like I should be. Whoops.
Megatron. You are a persistent one. But breaking into my vaults? You overstepped yourself.
I won't waste words with you, Zeta Prime.
Yes.
Give me the Omega
Keep your
Key,
eye on him.
and I may spare what's left of your city.
Ah. Slow moment there trying to remember what it was I meant to do. Oh well.
The Omega Key will never be yours, Megatron.
I look forward to debating that with you in person.
Zeta's got one of our guys trapped! Look at that floor! What's Zeta up to? Hey! I'm still functional! I'm still
Not anymore.
Idiot. Decepticons, onward!
You cannot hope to overcome my defenses, Megatron.
Your pathetic machinery won't stop me, Zeta Prime.
It's a good thing they light up before they come down.
Come no further, Megatron. The sacred vaults are no place for your tainted spark.
Nothing is sacred to me, Zeta Prime. You should have realized that by now. Decepticons, advance!
You have to wonder why he was facing the wrong way there, but I suppose, you know, it's just showing off. I don't even need to look at you. I don't need to acknowledge your existence.
Finally, the Omega Key is within my... What?
Did you really think it would be that easy?
Come down here, Zeta Prime, and I will give you the answer.
I shall remain where I am. This vantage point will provide an excellent view of your destruction. My will controls this entire chamber, Megatron. I need only close my hand to crush the life out of you.
The floor is glowing! It's everywhere! He's gonna smash us!
I'm guessing breakdown. Yep. Got hit somewhere. Out of my viewpoint.
Do you see now, Megatron? This is my domain.
Your theatrics don't frighten me.
And yet we're all standing behind
I have
him.
the power to control and create.
Energon clones.
0% chance of survival.
Do you see how futile your struggle is, Megatron?
Watch him crumble!
Is that all, Zeta? A pathetic army of Is that the best you can do? You have no idea! Here, I have limitless power!
Megatron, we may be able to damage Zeta's machinery during its recharge cycle.
A valiant attempt, Decepticons. But Autobot machinery is more resilient than you realize.
Well, I mean, it hasn't stood up so well so far, has it?
Zeta Prime is modifying the room.
You gotta wonder what the purpose of this room was, though. Like, why?
How can we win if he keeps making more clones?
It's one of those things, sort of like, it serves a specific kind of purpose, but yet,
That one's good.
does it really need to serve that purpose? You know, like, what else is it meant to do?
Megatron, Zeta Prime's machine core is now vulnerable.
Machine is failing, Zeta Prime. Where are your boasts now?
The battle is far from over, Decepticon. Prepare for destruction.
Devastator
In
line?
this chamber, my will reign
Oh, shit.
supreme, Megatron.
One of those times where the vehicle mode is quite handy.
How can we win if he keeps making more clones?
Deserves better than that. Endless duplicates of Zeta Prime. How nauseating.
Megatron, Zeta Prime's machine core is now vulnerable.
Well, that teaches me to not pay attention. The main thing is not to be too hard on yourself, because these things happen,
Your machine is failing,
and it's not
Zeta
like
Prime.
I'm going all
Where
the
are
way
your
back to the start of this.
boasts now?
The battle is far from over, Decepticon. Prepare for destruction.
Alert, alert. Zeta Prime is modifying the room.
Of course, it wasn't actually Devastator's full line though, isn't it? It's prepare for devastation.
How can we win if he keeps making more clones? Shoot the big glowy thing! Shoot it!
Quit wasting firepower.
There we go. Okay. Yep. Oh,
No! System's failing. This cannot be.
it's sort of like... There we go.
Finish it. The Omega Key is mine. The core of Cybertron is mine.
Your spies were misinformed, Megatron. That device only activates the key to the core. But don't worry, the Omega Key will come to you. Omega activated. Power optimal. Mission: destroy Megatron.
Omega Supreme. And that is the end of Chapter 3. So next week we'll be into Chapter 4, The Death of Hope. And the options will be Megatron, Soundwave, or Breakdown. In the event of another tie, the same thing will happen again. It will go out to somebody else to make the decision. I mean, we've already played as Megatron and we've now finished as Soundwave. The only one we haven't played at is Breakdown. So maybe next week it will be Breakdown and you'll be able to see how a scout works. Not that I play the characters as well as others would. So I hope that you enjoyed that. Like and subscribe if you did. Perhaps share it with your friends. And I will have those links up for you to make your decisions, your votes, with this video. So make sure that you vote, and then next week we'll be into Chapter 4. Till next time, take care of yourselves. Bye.